I would say some weird funny thing like zoinks or jinkies, but not for this movie. Because I'm sad, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Anthony. I'm here to give you guys another movie review, and this time it is for the sad Scoob. Scoob, man. I was looking forward to this movie, but just like most of the movies I've been reviewing this year, it's a disappointment, and it could have been so much better than it really is. This movie is not as bad as Scooby-Doo 2, the live-action one, or some of the straight-to-DVD movies that they had, but I think what makes this one really affect me is the potential. Like I said, the potential. The animation's good in this. Like, I wish I saw this in the theaters. That's how good the animation is. And the voice acting's great. You know, Zac Efron as Freddy, Amanda Seyfried as, or is it Seyfried or whatever, but she's as Daphne, Velma, America Ferrera, you know, and Will Forte, who's been in a lot of movies I've been reviewing lately. He's pretty much 2020 is his year. Academy Awards, better watch out. But even with those two things, those two highlights, the rest of the movie is dragged down by plot holes and it trying to be hip. It's, you know, one of those movies where it's like the Emoji Movie where it's trying to throw out and like, hey, we got Spotify, hey, we got Just Dance that nobody played since 2010. We got that in here. So there's a lot of Tinder references in a kids movie. Weird. There's Instagram filters or Snapchat, stuff like that, you know. And the best thing of all, you know, the most in thing that you could do in a movie is talk about millennials. Yeah, because, you know, the Mystery Incorporated kids are like teenagers here. And if they were teenagers in modern day, let's say this takes place in 2020, I don't think they would be considered millennials. So we're just blamed for everything. So let's get into what Scoob is about, and I don't think I have to explain it because it's just an origin story about how everybody got together. There's a side story, it's kind of a plot that they're trying to do with like Dastardly, who's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and you know, this is just a Hanna-Barbera like introduction universe combination kind of thing. They're trying to make a universe, a collective universe in here because they got different Hanna-Barbera characters in here. You know, Captain Caveman's in here, and then they have like references to Hex Girls and like other stuff. But it's poor. It's bad at doing that. But yeah, they're Dastardly's in here trying to get some treasure, and then there's something with like Caesar and his dog, and Scooby is like a descendant. It doesn't matter because everything happens so fast that you can't even understand what's going on, and then you don't really want to understand because it's just so cringe and so bad. I really liked Scooby-Doo, and this hurts me because I'm a fan of Scooby-Doo. I like the animated original series that was in the 60s. I like my favorite animated series of Scooby-Doo is Mysteries Incorporated. I think it came out around 2012 or something like that. It's really good. It's just a shame that it only lasted around 2 seasons. That was probably the best iteration of Scooby-Doo, but I even like the live action ones. I know it's like blasphemy to say, but I even like those ones. Characters will say things 1 minute and then forget that they said it the next thing, or just never bring it up. And there's a plot hole in here. It's very early on in the movie, and Scooby's like, oh, you know, this is when young Scooby, he's like, I don't know what a bed is. And Shaggy's like, oh, this is a bed, you sleep in it, blah blah blah. Next scene, they're talking about IKEA and stuff, and I'm like, how does Scooby know what IKEA is, but he doesn't know what a bed is? I think the worst thing that this movie does is the thing that I hate the most in any movie. It's that liars reveals crap where, oh, you were lying to me the whole time. But in this case, it's like, oh, people think I'm interesting, and Shaggy was like, oh, I don't want you to be interesting because I want you to be my friend. And Scooby's like, you could still be my friend. What's wrong with you? And then so it's kind of like a forced angst or forced like tragedy going on when Scooby is like, there's nothing going on here, why don't you just come with me and we can still be friends. It's really bad. I hate when movies do that kind of stuff. Yeah, overall guys, I didn't like this movie at all. It made me sad. I almost cried at this movie because I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan and we're just let down because this movie is not the movie we wanted. I kind of wanted a live action version of this now because like Will Forte, I can kind of see him as a Shaggy, Zac Efron with blonde hair. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll give it a chance. Okay, you know, America Ferrera and Amanda Seyfried, just do a live action version. I know people give shit up to the live action ones before, but just do it again. For me personally, I feel like it's better. I feel like Scooby-Doo lends itself better to live action. I know people don't want to see a CGI dog, but the CGI has gotten so much better now. So we could just do that, you know, hire the people that did Lion King and all that stuff. Just this time we'll, you know, have emotion in the animals' faces. But guys, let me know what you think of Scooby-Doo in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? So sad, guys. At least it's not Dangerous Lies. But guys, make sure you stay up to date with my channel by checking out my Twitter. And as always, guys, keep watching movies.